Seriously? Hey guys, and welcome to this product review with myself, 6+ Stevo. What you see before you is the Fallout Zone set from Gamemat.eu. This is pre-painted resin terrain. I purchased this recently. It retails for £119. Not sure what the prices are in euros, dollars, but you can convert those yourself. But I just wanted to show this stuff off to you guys because I am very impressed with this stuff, very pleased with it, and just wanted to show you the pleasures of buying pre-painted terrain. It's awesome that you can just get this stuff, unpack it from the box and put it on your table and you are good to go. It's fantastic stuff. Let's just take you in for a bit of a closer look. We're going to go freehand for this. So I've already got some sort of urban terrain, the typical sort of cathedrals and ruins, etc., for sort of doing city fight. And I wanted more. I didn't have quite enough to fill a 6x4 board as much as I would like for a true city fight. So I wanted some more urban stuff, but I didn't want more of the same. I wanted something different. So I had a look around the various places that sell this pre-painted stuff and spotted this from Gamemat.eu, and I just thought, oh, that's awesome. Primarily because of this, the centerpiece of the set. But let's take you through and show you exactly what you get in there. So you get 6 of these little sandbag bunker things, scatter terrain. At first, when I first opened, I thought they'd be bigger. Because they are quite small. They're probably about half the size in length, or sort of 2/3 the size and length of like the typical ones that you'd get with like GW, of these sort of bunker terrains. But what I really like about these is the way they're sort of shaped. They're designed to sort of almost interlink, and you can have some fun with them and create sort of different shapes and things quite easily, and then they all look like one piece really nicely. They're nicely painted. They're not painted ultra detail, you know, not a huge amount of care has gone into them. These aren't actual miniatures of your army, for example. This is terrain, so there's been a lot of dry brushing and things, a lot of quick sort of things, but it's effective. It looks good. I'm pleased with the painting of this, and the fact is that someone else has done it, so I don't have to, which is great. So you get 6 of those. What you also get is 3 of these small bunkers, like this. All 3 of them are the same. So you do get some repeats, but they do go together quite nicely. What you can do is sort of turn one that way, turn one this way, and you can have got like a sort of a ruined building that's been destroyed you can go through the middle of. So you can sort of turn 2 of them into one building perhaps. But yeah, they make really good bunkers, really good bunkers. And again, basic paint job, just a bit of dry brush of grey and metal, but it looks effective and you don't have to do it. You open the box, pop it on the table, you've got some fantastic looking terrain. Then you get 2 of the medium ruins, corner ruins, which are here. Again, very nice. Again, duplicates, so you get 2 duplicates here. I like the fact that you've got like a balcony on the outside, and they just look different from your typical Games Workshop terrain of, you know, Gothic cathedrals and stuff. This is much more industrial looking stuff, which is nice to mix in with that stuff to give a different sort of vibe and look to your terrain and get some variety in there. You then get 1 large ruin over here, another corner piece that goes up another story and is a good size bigger. This is certainly the tallest piece that you get in the set. Again, with balconies on the outside, and you've got pipes and vents and stuff. So yeah, really good, battle worn, lots of bullet damage and grating and stuff. And it's all painted nicely on the inside as well. They haven't skimped on that. You've got some good details in there, really good stuff. And then obviously the centerpiece to this is this, which adds a nice bit of colour on what is otherwise very drab grey terrain. So you've got this sort of sewage plantation type of thing, or toxic waste refinery or something, where it's all pouring out there and pooling down the bottom. Got a good bit of cover on top. You've got a nice, you can easily fit a good sized squad on top. Yeah, it's just a nice centerpiece to it, and opens up in the back, and then you can go right inside like so and actually go through the hole. Nice little spot maybe to put a lone sniper or something, maybe just in there, just to demonstrate. Here's Bob to demonstrate, little grot model. See, he fits in there nicely. He's having a whale of a time in there. But I'll pop him on just so you can see the scale of this stuff. It's a pretty sizable piece. This stuff's also solid. It's resin, but it's solid resin. There's no bend or flex in it. It doesn't feel brittle or fragile at all. These are solid. Believe me, you do not want to be dropping this piece on your foot. You're going to be taking a trip to A&E. So I think also, as well as looking good, it's really hardy and tough, which is important for terrain, because you're going to be gaming on this, possibly transporting it around and stuff. And so you don't have to worry too much like you do with your miniatures about bubble wrapping everything or magnetising stuff or packing it with foam. Yeah, you do have to take a bit of care because it is painted and it will scratch and stuff, and you know, you could still tarnish it somewhat if you were really not careful with it. But generally, this is very hard wearing stuff, and I think it's just fantastic looking terrain. I'm very pleased with it. I think the price is fair for the amount you get in there. Also, while I'm on the subject, I just want to talk about Gamemat.eu and their customer service, because when I bought this with my own money, guys. This wasn't sort of provided to the channel for review or anything. I've just bought this for myself and decided to do a review on it. But when I first bought it, I was a bit disappointed because I got these two pieces. And I don't know how well it's going to show on camera. Let's get the camera into it. But these two bunkers are quite warped. You can probably see with that one. And they actually curve quite badly. One of them in particular. And yeah, you can see the curvature there. So it doesn't sit flush on the table. And so when I got those at the box, I was I'm a bit disappointed with that. And you know, £119, not a small amount of money. So I was initially a bit disappointed when I got these out. And I was like, they're kind of warped. And they obviously haven't been caught, you know, in the process. They've been painted and sent out and they weren't caught and, you know, before they went out. So I was a bit like, well, look, I've spent that money. I'm not really happy with these. So I did contact Gamemat.eu, emailed them. I said, look, happy with my purchase. Really like the stuff. I do have two pieces that are warped though. Sent them photos and just said, look, you know, not really happy with these. Within the hour, they emailed me back. They said, really, really sorry. Doesn't usually happen. Of course, we will happily replace them for you. And which they did. And about a week later, on an express delivery, I got two replacement bits to replace the bits I wasn't happy with. So I've got to say, customer service wise, absolutely brilliant. Cannot fault them at all. And yeah, I'll definitely shop with them again because they were a pleasure to deal with. And not only that, as a nice little surprise, when I got my replacement pieces, as an apology, that was the sound of one of them rolling across the room. I'm not going to go and find it now. They gave me these free dice as like a little extra to apologise for the fact that, you know, a couple of bits weren't right, which they didn't have to do. All I wanted to do was to replace the bits I wasn't happy with, which they did very promptly. But a nice little bonus here, and gave me some really cool dice, which I really like, actually. I haven't actually looked on the site to see if they sell these. I mean, they must do, but I would highly recommend them. You see they've got the nice skull symbol for the 6. And they're just, yeah, they're great. Easy to read. Got a nice little bit of artwork for the 6, but they're not unreadable, unlike Games Workshop special dice are quite often. These are very usable in game, and yeah, I like them. They're nice chunky, they've got a nice feel to them. Very pleased. But look, this isn't a dice review, this is a terrain review. So yeah, there we go, guys. What I might do in a minute as well, once I finish filming this, I might flip this mat over and place them out onto my urban mat, so you can get a feel for what this terrain actually looks like on a battlefield, rather than just a black backdrop, and see how it ties in really nicely with my gaming mat. And yeah, I look forward to playing on this stuff. and I highly recommend you guys go and check them out. What I'll do, guys, is I will share a link in the description down below of the website, so you can go and check this stuff out for yourself. And yeah, go and check it out, and check out some of their other scenery sets as well, because they've got some really cool stuff on there. And yeah, I think for now that is it for this review. This is 6 Plus Stevo signing out.